right, the overalls are out and the tea is in, and you are looking fantastic, so let's get into my overalls. What? Said that wrong. Hello everybody, and today we are reading Reddit. Specifically, we are getting into some sibling spats. I got a lot of siblings. I have 5 siblings. A lot. So I think I could give some good advice here, so let's get into it. First up, we're reading the Reddit forum, Am I the A-hole? And it reads, Am I the A-hole for telling my sister to stop leaving her room when she's wearing her nightgown? Are we talking like 18th century? Are we talking Skims? I don't know. Let's see. My 26 female sister moved in with me, 29 female. My 26-year-old sister moved in with me and I'm 29. Why don't people just talk like that on Reddit? It drives me nuts that I have to. Anyway, my 26-year-old sister moved in with me and I'm 29. And my husband is 32 and he is a male. Days ago, after her divorce was finalized, then lost her job and was no longer being able to pay rent for her apartment. Got it. Okay, so she moved in with you. We're mostly in agreement about everything except I've been kind of having issue with what she wears, especially at nighttime when she unwinds and tends to relax a bit, as she says. I think that what she wears is inappropriate. She usually wears a silky nightwear, nightgowns mostly. Okay, silky stuff can show, I guess. She says that it's just her style and it's what she's been wearing for years. Not just that, but she'd come out of her room dressing like that to grab water or use the bathroom. Well, yes, it was just me who saw her dress like that, and I honestly could not risk having an argument with my husband over it. I suggested she buys some PJs, but she said that she doesn't feel comfortable in them. Last night, I saw her in the kitchen grabbing something from the fridge and was dressed in a purple strapped knee-length nightgown. Knee-length, okay, that seems pretty appropriate, but all right. I tried to speak to her about it, but it didn't go well. We started arguing and I ended up telling her to stop leaving her room when she's wearing stuff like that. And she argued that there was nothing wrong with what she was wearing, that it wasn't like she was walking around naked or anything of the sort. I told her it was my home and she's a guest and she should respect my request, but she responded saying that just because she lives in my house does not mean that I have the right to control what she wears, then stormed off to her room. We haven't talked since then and she is refusing to talk about it. Edit, I want to post a pic of the nightgown, but I don't know how. I'll see what I can do. Oh, here's the dress. Okay, we're gonna see the dress then, because okay, before I even look at it, as of right now, it is your house, so if it's like super inappropriate and you have your husband there and it's making you uncomfortable, I think you're within your right to like just ask, be like, hey dude, like I can see your nipples through this thing. But we're not getting any description, so I don't even know what she can see necessarily, you know? But like that's fine to ask, but you also can't control what somebody wears at the same time. I don't know, this is kind of a tough one, so I think seeing the outfit would help. Okay, it's like a little silky nightgown. And it sounds like she's not wearing it around like all the time. It's just like when she's going to bed or just, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing is. Like I gotta think, I have siblings. So if my brother was walking around in this thing, one of my sisters walk around in my house with this, I mean, I wouldn't really care. I wouldn't really think anything of it. And I don't know if like Caleb saw for whatever reason, he would just be like, you know, I don't know if it was like inappropriate or whatever. I don't know. This is tough. I don't want to like say the wrong thing, you know? I want to know what the comments say. Okay, comments say you're the asshole. She's wearing a knee-length nightgown. What next? She can't show her shoulders, a little bit of cleavage, her ankles. Oh man, I don't like people wearing shoes in my house. That is a rule about what people are allowed to wear in my house. I recognize that many people in the world are totally fine with wearing shoes in the house, so it isn't that shoes as clothing item is wrong. It's just that there's a time and place where it is appropriate. OP is allowed to ask a house guest to wear appropriate clothing. Okay, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like, I think it's okay to ask. Maybe OP is a prude. Maybe your husband is a serial cheater. Yeah, there could be a lot of context we're missing. Maybe OP or her husband had a traumatic experience with a silky negligee and the sight of satin sets off their anxiety. OP doesn't have to justify why her sister wearing revealing clothing makes her uncomfortable. House guests should be respectful of their host's wishes and hosts should be as accommodating as their morals and boundaries allow. The fact that the sister became argumentative competitive makes me think that she sees herself as a housemate instead of a guest, and that's a recipe for disaster. You make different concessions for roommates versus guest, and that sister is entirely too comfortable. Okay, so that's two like opposing views. Interesting. And then the person below that said, nah, not wearing shoes in the house is a matter of hygiene, not creating more housework for yourself. OP sister's knee-length nightgown isn't tracking in dirt from outside or creating an environment that requires OP to clean more. It's simply a matter of her not liking it. Yes, this is a tough one. And then it said, guests not wearing lingerie in common areas of other people's homes is not the slippery slope you think it is, and is a completely normal thing to ask of house guests. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, if I asked my sister, like, hey, I can see a lot what's going on, like, you know, whatever, then she'd be like, oh yeah, sorry, or whatever. But I mean, I just know the situation whenever happens, so it's hard for me to understand, I guess. Interesting. I agree the sister could always wear a bathrobe. It's weird because she did get labeled the asshole. She's wearing a knee-length nightgown to get a drink or go to the bathroom. OP's husband didn't even see her in it, so the argument isn't even over something that's happened. It's unhinged to expect people to buy clothes they wouldn't feel comfortable in when there's nothing wrong with what she's actually wearing, which she's mostly only wearing in her bedroom anyway. Yeah, I am thinking that there's probably context here in where she might think that the husband might see her and might think something, or just might create an awkward situation. And at the end of the day, it is her house, but again, you can't really control what people wear, so this is tough. Like, maybe soft asshole? Both of them are soft assholes? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm actually really curious. Am I the asshole for siding with my brother over my very pregnant sister? Lushashi. My brother, Spencer, 38, bought an expensive Father's Day gift, gave it to him, and told my dad it was from all of his kids. The problem is, he didn't ask any of us before giving it to my dad. If split evenly between the four of us, this gift is still 3 to 4 times what I would have normally spent on a Father's Day gift. Okay, yeah, this is tough. He said he wanted to say it was from all of us because he didn't think our dad would accept such an expensive gift from only him. Okay. If there's like compensation here, if he's like, I covered you guys, like you guys can just give me X amount of money, like whatever you were willing to spend, that we can put that into the gift. That's the only way this could work. So I'm a little annoyed, but Spencer never asked any of us to actually chip in. Oh, okay. All right, I know that he has been having a rough time with my dad, and I figured he's trying to improve that with a big, thoughtful, but way too expensive gift. I talked about it with my husband, and we agreed to kind of ignore it. It's fine if Spencer wants to say it's from the group or not, but since we didn't have any forewarning, we don't feel obligated to go in on this gift. That's fair, especially if he didn't ask for it. Okay. My sister, Anne, 34, had a different reaction. She feels that he made her complicit in a lie, and that she doesn't feel safe being around him while he's acting impulsive and possibly manic. Okay, this went downhill really fast. Okay. Anne told Spencer he needs to talk to his therapist and psychiatrist, tell our dad he lied, and told him that he was not welcome to be around her family or to meet the baby, who is due to be born soon, until he can manage his impulsiveness and outbursts. Okay, I think there's stuff going on that we didn't get context of. Like, has he had issues with this in the past? Does he suffer? Is he bipolar? Does he have the context would very much help here, but this seems like pretty extreme with the context that I have. Spencer apologized to Anne and said that he would do what she asked, but that he didn't feel safe communicating with her anymore, and that she can see his kids through his ex-wife if Anne would like. Wow, okay, they're just like, what happened? Then he left our sibling group chat and also separately apologized to my other sibling and I for being impulsive and inconsiderate. I'm so frustrated and said, I loved that my siblings and I were all talking again. It was a nice couple of years. Okay, clearly there's been some bad blood here. Holy shit. Stepping into some family drama. Anne said she is disappointed in Spencer's response and said she didn't intend for him to go no contact, but she was fine if he did. I told her that I loved her, but I interpreted the same "you're cut off, stay away from me" message that Spencer did. I basically told her that she's in the wrong and the ball is in her court. I might be a little biased towards Spencer because he was much nicer to me than Anne was growing up. Okay, he was much nicer. I don't know why I said is. Okay, so am I the asshole? Oh, we got actual numbers. Okay, the actual numbers. I'm a cheapskate and aim to spend for $25 to $35 for a family gift like that. Spencer spent $400 for a secondhand grill that retails new for $1,000. Spencer had a manic episode a year and a half ago that was caused by thyroid problems. He was not diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I'm 30 if that's relevant to you. Interesting. Okay, this is good context. Oh, and more. Okay, we have more context, more edits. My younger brother, a grill aficionado, knew about the grill before it was purchased and told Spencer it was a great deal and he'd love to go in on it for Father's Day. Oh. Okay, I wish he would have said something in the chat when Anne was attacking Spencer, but oh well. Yeah, he was like quiet in the chat. What the I could have asked younger brother his perspective before now. Okay, I mean, everybody has like a different budget, so that doesn't really matter. And you have to be respectful of that, you know? Like, this is very like all of the siblings, like as growing up, we all always went in on a gift for like our parents for their birthdays or Mother and Father's Day. Like since we're adults now, sometimes we still do, but usually we're just kind of on our own. But like I've done gifts where I'm like, hey guys, like mom really wants this thing, and you know, I'll pay for a good chunk of it because I'm prepared to spend that much, but I know you guys aren't. So if you want to chip in, great. If not, whatever. If you just want to take credit, great. I don't really care, you know. So, but you gotta talk. Communication is key, especially with siblings, man. At least for me. But yeah, I don't know. Like all of this could have been resolved if he talked, for sure. But I think the sister's reaction is deep-seated in some other stuff that we don't know about, because that was like quite literally a lot. Like I'm wondering if this manic episode was like violent or put somebody in danger, because that's the only way I would like cut somebody off completely or feel threatened, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you're the asshole though. Let's see what people say. Info. Wow, this is odd. At first I felt like it was just a big green egg that you didn't want to pitch in for. Then suddenly your sister is saying this is indicative and serious mental illness on his part and he can't be around her baby. I think we need some more info here. Yeah, agreed. It basically is a big green egg. What the fuck does that mean? Does it mean elephant in the room? What does that mean? I don't want to pitch in for, haha, but I think it's okay that I don't want to chip in since we weren't asked. Though maybe that is a mature response from me, not sure. My sister does have a history of armchair diagnosis and cutting people off. Okay, so she's diagnosing her brother, like saying like, oh my god, he's manic, he's bipolar, when he's actually not. Sounds like your sister could use some type of therapy or medication herself. She sounds bossy, mean, and just generally insufferable. With the family history of mania, I'd be concerned that the sister is experiencing prenatal psychosis. Bipolar is the biggest risk factor for prenatal psychosis. Oh my gosh, it flip-flopped. Now she may have something. I think Reddit shouldn't diagnose people. Personally. But overall, I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's fine the way you handled it. You're like, okay, like, I wish you didn't do that. I wish you didn't say I bought something that I didn't buy. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Strange. What do you guys think? Let's move on. All right. Am I the asshole for sneaking out and causing my sister to lose her job? My sister is 33 and I'm a 14-year-old female. She had a baby 3 months ago. Well, quite the age gap. I have an age gap like that too. It's quite big. I'm like more of an auntie to some of my siblings. Anyway, I just got out of school for the summer and really wanted to rest, but my sister decided she wants to finally get a job. Now she's making me babysit my niece. I have zero experience with babies and I get overstimulated easy. It's been really hard for me. Okay, that's fair. I asked her if she could put the baby in daycare or something, but she refused. I decided to just suck it up, but it's been exhausting. I have insomnia, and it's a bit hard to sleep when I feel like I need to be awake 24/7 to watch the baby. I'm constantly scared something might happen if I fall asleep. Oh. You're 14, you're a baby. Oh my gosh, okay. I told my mom how I felt, but she said I'd have to deal with it. Who are these people? Both my parents work, so I'm left alone with the baby for hours almost every day. A few days ago, I got tired of everything. The night before my sister got ready for work, I snuck out and went to my friend's house so I wouldn't have to deal with it and could finally get some sleep. When I came home that morning, after I saw all the missed calls and messages, and my mom and sister were really mad at me. They said I was being selfish and lazy. My sister even quit her job because I told her I'd leave again if she kept making me babysit. I definitely felt bad after. It feels like my whole family is barely talking to me except for my dad, and even he said I shouldn't have done that. Also, I love my niece. This isn't hate to her. She's adorable. Whoa. Damn. I mean, I know every family dynamic is so different and everybody lives in such different circumstances, so it's really hard to say, like, you're an asshole for leaving the kid, but like, you're a child, you know? You're a kid, and yeah, I was a built-in babysitter for my younger siblings and I didn't have a choice, really, you know? But this is kind of a different circumstance. That's my parents being like, hey, we gotta go to work, and you know, you gotta babysit your siblings. This is your sister telling you have to babysit her baby. It's just like a completely different dynamic, and I don't think it's fair to you because you're literally a child. You're 14. You like just hit puberty. This is like, that's tough. A little edit for more info. I see my dad being brought up a bit, but he works in different places with steelwork, so he's very rarely home, but we do call often. My niece's father doesn't want anything to do with her or my sister. It's been that way since she was pregnant anyway, so she left him and moved back in with us. She had a job before, but quit to take care of the baby when she was a newborn. There's no grammar in this, and you can tell it's a 14-year-old. And up until now, of course, also her and my mom work at the same place, so they're both night shift jobs and they're tied when they come home from working, so I usually have to watch my niece a bit longer so they can rest when they get home, since they expect me to sleep and I'm babysitting. There's no periods in this whole thing. Okay, I get it. So both of them have night shifts, so you're literally watching this kid all day and then you're expected to watch the kid during the night. It's just a very shitty situation for this teenager. Holy shit. But like I get wanting to, or needing to help family, but is it fair? No. Is it necessary? I mean, I guess, but also they could be paying for somebody to be doing this, a professional, like an actual, caregiver, babysitter or something. Damn, this is tough. What do the comments say? You're not the asshole. You did what you did out of desperation. Sit down with your mom and dad and say calmly, sister is 33. She chose to have a child, and that means it is her responsibility to figure out childcare instead of trying to steal my childhood from me. I agree. She's a full ass adult. Like, I can't even imagine having a baby and then asking one of my siblings, who is a teenager, like 16, to take care of my baby like 24/7 while I work. Like there's just no way, like ever, unless they wanted to or something. But I couldn't even do that because like they're a teenager, it's just a lot to ask. You are being irresponsible parents by allowing her to abuse me in this way. I will not be babysitting again. And if I'm left alone with a child again, I will call the police and report child abandonment. Damn. Next one said, absolutely, it sucks that a child has to be their own advocate, but that's a perfect response all around. Honestly, yeah, this is a fucking tough situation. The parents are the ones being abusive. Why would they let their 14-year-old have to watch a baby 24/7? And why are they so clueless how hard it is for OP? They're clueless because it is easier on them to demand something from a 14-year-old rather than to insist that the 33-year-old actually parent the child. Like, I get it's hard, like the parent, like the mom, she probably wants to make money and like get out of the house and do all that kind of stuff. Like there's so many facets to this, but at the end of the day, 14-year-old, not responsible for your kid. Damn, what do you guys think? Let's move on. Okay, this one seems scary. Am I the asshole for telling my sister her husband can rot in prison? We shall see. My sister is actually obsessed with her husband and think everything he does is right. It becomes a problem. My sister is attached to her husband. If he tells her to do something, she will do it. And it's like she's under a spell. They have 3 kids together and 1 on the way. They had the perfect family, but not anymore. My brother-in-law was arrested for SA on a young woman some years ago, but the girl is now coming out about it. Oh no. I'm telling you, the whole family heard and were shocked. Mike was that cool guy, but the nicest ones are the dangerous people. I wouldn't say that necessarily, but okay. My sister is still in denial about all of this. She's crying, blocking everyone, full of panic attacks. It's a lot going on. I was disgusted because what person does that? Oh, this is tough. My sister didn't want anyone talking about Mike. She was going to battle for him, and I couldn't believe it because she has children. CPS are getting involved because they want to know if Mike ever did something to the kids. My sister went off. She defended him like crazy. She said he was raped before, so that's why he didn't do it. That doesn't mean anything. It's an unfortunate thing, but that doesn't mean he hasn't never done anything. She also blamed the girl for wearing revealing clothes. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Not a lot to say there. The words that were coming out of my sister's mouth shocked me. When she told me the girl deserved it, that's when I didn't see her as my sister, because really? Oh my God. This girl's a bitch. Weeks went on and no one heard from her. No updates about CPS until she called me. My sister got straight to the point. Honestly, I didn't want to speak to her. She asked for a weird request. She asked if I could send her for Mike because she has to pay for the calls and commissary. Oh, I see. She asked if I could send, I guess, money for Mike because she has to pay for calls. I guess it's money. Like, no way was she asking me. I told her no and to never ask me anything like that. Before I could hang up, she yelled that I was being a dick and why I can't just help Mike. I told her Mike can rot in prison for all I care. Mike's not your responsibility. And if Mike is in prison, that means he's guilty, I'm assuming. We didn't get like the conviction and everything. I think he was arrested for SA. Okay, then yeah. No, you're not the asshole. What? This couple sounds like the terrible people, like all around. For the mom not to want to, like cut him off immediately, get him away from her kids and everything. My God. Yeah, this would change a dynamic. Holy shit. This is so unfortunate. Not the asshole. Mike is a rapist. Your sister is lost and will always defend him. Ugh. It's just such an unfortunate such an unfortunate circumstance. Like, you want to just like slap your sister back and forth and be like, are you kidding me? Like, do you see who you're with? Like, and you got kids and everything. But some people are just lost in it. They're lost in relationships. I'm not the asshole. I've paid for commissary before and phone calls, and they're expensive. I did that for an ex-boyfriend and close friend. Both were there for drug addiction related crimes. It's a good thing she's asking you for money because it means that she doesn't have enough to cover it right now. Hopefully the longer he's away and the less she can talk to him, the more she'll understand the severity of his actions. Hopefully. You hope so, but man, some people just get spellbound by people, and it's so unfortunate. Like, this man is an evil person. My gosh. All right, well, let me know what you think down below, and we'll read one more. Am I the asshole for saying that my brother-in-law and his future wife can't sleep in our bedroom while we host them on their honeymoon? Got it. I, 35 female, and my husband, 36 male, are fortunate enough to live in an area of the world that is very beautiful, and as a result, frequently visit for honeymoons. My brother-in-law, 30 male, and his soon-to-be wife, 28 female, are getting married in August and want to honeymoon in the area where my husband and I live. And they asked around a month ago if they could stay with us on their honeymoon, and we agreed. They are family and are also tight on funds. We are happy to help and host them. That's really nice. However, they asked my husband last week if they could stay in our bedroom on their honeymoon. We have a 2-bedroom home, and our guest room has an air mattress that is used for when friends and family stay. Otherwise, it is my work from home office, hence why we don't have a typical mattress in there. And my brother-in-law didn't really get into the specifics of why they didn't want the guest bedroom / air mattress, but the gist seemed to be, we don't think an air mattress is honeymoon appropriate. Ooh, isn't that nice for you to think, to assume you could steal someone's bed when they're just offering their place for free? Okay, but my husband asked me about it. I was honest with him and said I wasn't comfortable with his brother and his wife sleeping in our bed on their honeymoon. My husband agreed with me. Dude, that is so weird. I don't care who you are. That's weird as f. Apparently, us saying no to this request has caused some issue in my husband's family, particularly with his sister, who's saying we should just let brother-in-law and his future wife stay in our room, as it is their honeymoon and they shouldn't have to sleep on an air mattress. Okay. We love everyone in this scenario, especially brother-in-law and his future wife, and don't want to cause any rift, so my husband is sort of leaning towards, I don't know this word. Acquiescing?
Today, Junior?
I know acquiesced. Acquiescing? I guess, yeah, I acquiesce your request. Acquiescing. I didn't realize you could put an ing at the end of that word. Look, you learn something new every day. Acquiescing to their request. However, I am not down to change my mind on this. It honestly really grosses me out because I believe that the reason they want our bedroom is so that they can comfortably bang during their honeymoon on a regular, not air mattress. That is exactly why they want it. That is exactly why they want it. And that is so weird to think about. The place where you go every night to put your head down to sleep and to, you know, be intimate or like close to your husband. Now you just have that thought of that your brother-in-law and his wife are they have smashed in your bed. No thanks. I'm good. No, you're not the asshole. I don't think you're the asshole. I just get grossed out about stuff. I don't even like hugging people, you know, as we know, let alone sharing my bed. If it was like a situation where, you know, I don't know, my parents didn't have a house or my sister became homeless and she needed somewhere to live and she was pregnant and all I had was an air mattress, I'd give her my bed, you know, if there's certain circumstances, but like, this is just ridiculous. All right, people said it is their honeymoon and they shouldn't have to sleep on an air mattress, and they said to that, remind sister and the rest of family that no one, let alone you and your husband, are forcing them to spend their honeymoon in your home. Exactly, you're being charitable at this point. That was their choice and their request. Your guest bed happens to be an air mattress. If they think that an air mattress isn't good enough, they are free to choose any other location that isn't your home. Exactly. Well, sister, I'm happy to hear that you will be paying for their hotel room so they don't have to sleep on an air mattress. They should rescind the invitation, citing the family as the reason. The family has stated loudly and clearly that the offer of use of the guest bedroom was unacceptable. We apologize profusely and humbly withdraw the offer. We shall not make that mistake again. I like that a lot. This is 100% what the sister needs to hear. Yeah, I'd also ask the sister if she'd be all right with her family members banging in their bed. If not, she can shut the fuck up and butt out. Oh, gosh. For the intimate things that one does on their honeymoon, they should book their own bed. It's just simple as that. Hey, buy a regular mattress for the guest bedroom. How about that? You're saving so much money on the location. Just buy a mattress. It's my advice. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. I don't think you're the asshole for whatever. I don't even know what you asked. What did you even say? For saying that my brother-in-law and his future wife can't sleep. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so. It's your house. You're giving them a whole ass bedroom and hosting them for free so they can suck it on an air mattress. Am I right?